In your entrepreneurial journey, it isn't a phase to survive. It's the entire test. Everyone celebrates the start, fantasizes about the finish, but nobody tells you about the middle, is where the business is actually built. The moment you can't see the end, that's not failure approaching, that's success hiding. What if quitting in the middle was the only way that you could actually fail? Right now, you're probably in month 8, 14, 22, or something that feels endless. Research shows that 67% of entrepreneurs quit between month 6 and 18, not because their ideas were wrong, but because they couldn't see progress. Your business isn't stalling. You're in the transformational zone where nothing looks like it's working, but everything is about to click. Here's what happens if you quit now. You'll restart the clock with a new idea, and in 18 to 14 months, you'll be right back to another middle. Facing the same invisible finish line, the middle doesn't go away. It's the entrepreneurial rite of passage you face with every venture. But push through this one. You'll build muscle that separates founders who can scale from those who can cycle. The middle is testing one thing. Do you believe in the destination you can't see more than the discomfort you feel? This next part will show exactly what's happening behind the scenes and really test your mettle to really prove that you really want this. One of the greatest examples of this, I always find, is mountain climbing. It's something called a false summit. Looking at a mountain from far away, you can see that there is the top. But most people don't look at kind of the shoulder, kind of the middle of the mountain, where there's a couple of peaks that may or may not look like the top. From far away, it looks like you're just a straight shot up. But when you get into there, the devil in the details, halfway up the mountain, you could be walking up that and unsure where you are. But it looks like there's blue sky above, so you must be able to do that. So you keep walking, and all of a sudden you get up, you crest up there, only to find that you're only halfway. The curse of the false summit. I was in the White Mountains last year, and we had a long hike, and I had too much gear, and of course I did, because it was, Boy Scouts, and you always want to be prepared. And we were hiking up Mount Washington, we were hiking up a side, everyone was tired, and we just wanted to get up there. And a couple of the boys got excited and started running ahead because they thought they saw the top, and they crested over it. And you couldn't believe how depressed they were, and to the point where they actually wanted to go back. And I get that. You get so excited, you expend all your energy, only to find out you're not quite there. Has that ever happened to you in your business? It's happened to me all the time. And that's the test. The test is, do you really want it? Or are you willing to go, okay, that wasn't quite right, I gotta keep moving? Or are you interested in just getting the gram, telling people you're gonna do it, and moving on? Entrepreneurs have the ability to create magic, but they have to work for it. They have to be part of a process. There has to be a test, or everyone would do it. I've told you this before, that one of our statements is, if this was easy, everyone would do it. Thank God it's not. Because this is a real honor to be able to be trusted by a group of people and move forward in a way that creates great amounts of quality and new ideas, as well as a financial reward. So it's going to be hard, and there are going to be false summits, and you just have to accept it. You just have to walk through and realize that, yeah, that idea didn't work, but this idea is still a good idea. Maybe we implement it this way. I think about Fujifilm on a regular basis. I've done a video on this before, but Fuji was really excited about getting into film and did a really good job. And by the way, I used to use them because I really like their color. But they recognized that it wasn't going to always work. And so they used their emulsion system to actually make a fabric that goes inside the LEDs, most of the screens used now. So from photography to something else, it didn't quite work, but the company still goes on, opposed to the companies who refuse to innovate, hold on to what they're doing, and disappear. Need I mention Kodak? So those false summits, those challenges, are just a test. If you pass the test and move forward, and everyone sits down and goes, when is too much? When should I stop? When should I stop the next step? And the answer of a mountain is you can't. You can go back. But if you want to reach the summit, you just got to keep walking. And sometimes you hit a false summit and it can be depressing. The test is what you do next. Do you move forward or do you go back? The true mark of a leader is to move forward, understanding the goal is greater than any one of the setbacks. And you may have to pivot, you may have to change, you may have to fork it, and you will. But the goal is greater. And if that goal is important to you, then the pivots are just an indication you're getting closer. And the changes and the rough parts are just a test to make sure you really want it. So go ahead, take that next step. Take that next leap. Take that walk and find out whether the thing you believe is the summit or just the shoulder of the mountain. Keep climbing. I know you can. What are the things you do to keep yourself going in a challenging situation like that? Put in the comments below. Let's continue this conversation. I look forward to talking to you later.
Thanks for tuning into today's episode on the Strategy Session, where we take your business from stuck to unstoppable. Here's another video I think you'd enjoy. If you found these insights valuable, remember to hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and ring the bell for notifications on our latest videos. Remember, you're not just marketing, you're making history with Venture Gained.